Stephen Balby, podcast question. If anyone has a solution, comment below. Let's hear it.
Hey AJ, so I've been racing the spring series at my local track, and I feel like I got my form down, but I'm not getting any faster. I'm oversending jumps, and I'm just not getting faster. So if you have a solution, that would be great.
Great question. Very common problem. So, Stephen, first of all, catch yourself when you say I've got my form down. Nobody's got their form down perfectly. So there's always things to work on within the technique. Don't just assume that, yeah, it's good enough, I should be able to be fast now. Focus on the technique, break it down. If you're pretty darn good at it, there's going to be things, they're just going to be smaller and they're going to be a little bit more annoying to fix because they're going to become just nuanced little things, but they are equally as important. So continue to work on them. And like I said, as you do that, your speed ceiling will increase automatically. Now, you might hit week, month-long plateaus where you won't be able to get faster because you'll have to still be focusing on the technique, but then you'll unlock that speed ceiling, what will seem like out of nowhere, and then the speed will come. And you can do little tests and try charging slightly faster coming into a corner, braking a little bit more aggressive, seeing what that feels like, accelerating a couple feet earlier in the corner than maybe you normally would, maybe a little harder as you get towards the end of the corner, maybe hitting that jump a little bit faster and soaking it up a little harder. Very, very subtle little spurts of speed, and just give it test runs to see what it feels like. You know, do you hold your breath and does it feel way out of control? Or did it feel maybe slightly new and uncomfortable, but like something that you could work into pretty easily, and test those limits and build little bits at a time. But I tell you what, when parents come up to me and say, hey, little Johnny here, I brought him to class today because he just needs to charge harder into corners. I'll tell you what, when a parent comes to me and says that, I'm always open-minded, of course. But when I then assess the rider and the child, they never have to work on speed. None of them ever. Not a single one. And I've been told that by a parent 1,000 times. And out of those 1,000 of them had something wrong with technique that they had to focus on long before, probably 10 things that they had to focus on with technique before anything speed would need to be brought into the equation. So don't get frustrated, Stephen. Speed does not matter. You look young. Speed doesn't matter at your age at all. It will come. I absolutely promise you. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.